Imagine your memory as an organized workspace. At the heart of it, three essential tools to help you manage information. A post-it note for short-term memory, a whiteboard for working memory, and a filing cabinet for long-term memory. Let's explore how we acquire, store, and retrieve memories using this extended metaphor as our guide. We start with acquisition, which is the first step in memory formation. The body receives an energetic input from an environmental stimulus, and this is processed using neural signals in the brain. Encoding is our brain's sorting and cataloging process and occurs for both short-term and long-term memories. We connect and group similar information together to build our understanding of something. The encoding process can be influenced by factors like heightened emotion or our level of attention. However, the process of acquisition and encoding can't happen without sensory memory. This is all of the raw sensory data we receive. Here, memory is usually only stored for a second or less before being discarded or moved on. Two examples of this are iconic memory, where we form visual mental images based on visual stimuli, and echoic memory from auditory input. Once we've acquired a sensory memory, it will either be discarded or encoded into short-term memory or working memory. These two memory systems are used interchangeably, but do differ. We can think of short-term memory as a post-it where we've jotted down important information, like a person's name or a phone number. It can hold approximately 7 different items, give or take, for usually 30 seconds or less. This is more of a passive storage process. On the other hand, we engage more actively with memories through working memory. This system allows us to retain and actively use and manipulate multiple pieces of information at once, such as completing a maths problem or driving while having a conversation. As such, we might describe it as a whiteboard where things can be added, taken away, and moved around as we need them. Memories at this point will either be encoded into long-term memory or lost to the decay process. This occurs when we don't use a short-term memory and it simply fades and is replaced. If short-term memory is a post-it and working memory is a whiteboard, then long-term memory could be compared to a filing cabinet. Well, maybe an enchanted limitless filing cabinet. Our long-term memory has essentially a limitless capacity, and much like a muscle, we can strengthen it with use. Here, two types of memory, explicit and implicit. Explicit memories capture significant moments, such as a childhood birthday party or the birth of a child, whereas implicit memories are more unconscious, like knowing not to touch an open flame. There are 3 ways we can retrieve memories from our trusty memory filing cabinet, which are recall, recognition, or relearning. Long-term memories can also briefly return to short-term memory while we are actively using them. Our ability to retrieve the memories using these techniques is dependent on the context we're in while trying to remember, how well we encoded the information at the time, and how long ago it was encoded. Long-term memories are also not immune to the decay process and can be lost. So there we have it, memory in a nutshell.